just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday night primetime. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, all the momentum is with the team on offense. How about the guys on defense having to make a quick adjustment now? Bad field position for them with the ball out near the 50. They've got to know that the offense could strike big right here.
Throwing from the outset is Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
For the first time with Bijan Robinson. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Let's go. Pack the 60.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Penix. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, they have the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up, because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on the defense, and they held them to 3. Now, here the offense, you're thinking to yourself, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Buccaneers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Quick throw, Mayfield completes it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defense coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10.
Pistol. Set. 180. What's on?
Baker going to give it to Irving. And they nearly spun him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert. 180. What's up?
Once again, it's Irving. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Mooney, the motion man right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Here's a diving catch right side. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was the tight end. And looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Looking to throw, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Second and 7. A give left side to Robinson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. To the air, Penix. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to move back in front.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
A first carry for Rashad White. Will work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Point it right, point it 180. Shot.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They go play action. Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Bucs have moved out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Hefty move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Let's go. 19-18.
They'll throw with Penix. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He may go back to the huddle and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. Now motion left with Mooney. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have yet again retaken the lead. And now it's blocked. The big fella. A nice move by Nelson. But he is finally run down. Would have been 2 if he made it all the way, but instead, simply a missed extra point.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked. Because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irvin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On the give, here's Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And they get him down here at about the 42. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with three receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. They'll set up to throw. Caught by London. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Operating from the gun, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Checks this one down to Robinson. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Second and 9 now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Drake London, his intended target. But now it's third and goal. Try to run with Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting fourth and goal now. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sly able to put this one through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
But they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
First down, here's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Mayfield. He's got Otten on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Kings! What's that?
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now.
3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they go with Irvin. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 147 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Railroad. 180. What's that?
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
180. Hey, alert 33. Stop.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
180. Stop.
Mayfield down. He's got Otten. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otten, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Penix. This will be caught by Mooney. And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
A 7-yard gain. And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got London on a slant. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And looking to throw, Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. 2nd down and 4. Here's Penix. Now the ball comes loose. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Hand off now to Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Caught out left side by Robinson. And this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To the air, Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
20.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
180!
Mayfield to throw it. Out to the flat. It's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to right. And he's going to have the Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking middle, and he's got a Bucs. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
A run up the middle with Irving. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This 2nd and 4.
Set. 180! Kings, Kings, Kings! What's that?
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Set. 180! What's that?
Now a give, Irving running right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bucky Irving with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hey,
Baker changing the play at the line.
Stop!
The They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Bucky Irving on the return. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw, Penix. Short throw, caught by Pitts.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Well, the defense circling now, 4th down and 7. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Short throw, caught by Pitts. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw with Penix. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 189 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta,